Hi everybody, Judy Tuttle here from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midland, Texas, and I'm here for day 4 of my 31 days of Facebook Lives in January. I will be on every day. The best way to know if I'm going to be on is to look for the magic penguin. I try to get it up 2 hours before I will be going live, and then you will know that I'm here. Hi, Laura Kemp. Hi, Linda Vert. So glad to have both of you here with me today. I am excited about my project today. We have another celebration project to share with you that I think you're going to love. I've shared it with several people. Hi, Chelsea. I'm so glad you're here. I think you're going to love my seagulls today. They're so cute. They're so cute. I really think the Friendly Seagulls are going to be a very hot item from Sale-a-bration this year. The cute little animal things always are the ones that people love the most. So I'm excited to show you my card today. Before we get started on that, I want to talk to you about the fact that today is the last day to get your Cake Celebrations card class to go. That class was on Monday, a $40 order in my online store right here. Using this host code right here will get you this class to go in the mail. I showed all of those cards and projects yesterday, so if you didn't see them, or if you want to go back and watch my Cake Celebrations class from Monday, it is all there. So that'll be fun. Next, I have a mini catalog paper and ribbon share coming up. This gives you the opportunity to get a quarter of a package of all the new DSPs from the mini catalog. You can tell which one is my favorite. I just love this Floral Delight paper. You're going to see it 2 more times here before we go. But you get a quarter of a pack of each of the designer series paper. I package them, label them with the name and all the coordinating colors. You can add on a ribbon share where you can get 2.5 yards of each of the new ribbons in the mini catalog. And if you want, you can add on a cardstock share. So we've matched the cardstocks with all the designer series paper. You get a little bit of all of them so that when your paper comes in, you're ready to go with coordinating cardstock to get started on your projects. Hi, Kim. Aloha. Are you originally from Hawaii? Um, I lived in Hawaii for several years as a child. My dad was in the Air Force, and I grew up my elementary years on Oahu near on Hickam Air Force Base. So aloha to you as well, Kim. Nice to have you here from Portland, Oregon today. So this is the paper and the bundle and the suite that I'm going to be using in my upcoming Floral Delight card class that is next coming weekend. So registration for this class is going to close on Sunday night. I have been putting the link to this class to register for it in my description after my video is over. You have to have your own, let me get rid of that one, Delightful Wishes bundle. This bundle is beautiful, lots of ways that you can use it, and it is just gorgeous. I have gorgeous cards for you to make. You will make 2 each of 4 designs. The class cost is $40 plus shipping if you're taking it to go. Or you can come in person here at my house in Midland, Texas. I would be happy to have you here. So I will put the description, I will put the link to the Delightful Floral Delight Suite card class, which is going to be next Friday, next weekend, or to go, whatever you want. And it's one of my favorite new suites from the mini catalog. I wish I could show you the catalog itself, but I'm not allowed to. So I'm going to go down to my hands here. Just a reminder that Sale-a-bration and the mini catalog both go live on Tuesday, January the 7th. That is what I have been working for with these Facebook Lives so far. On Tuesday, you can start buying things out of the mini catalog and getting things out of the Sale-a-bration Catalog for free. For every $60 you spend, you get a free item out of the Sale-a-bration Catalog. And I've been the last few days showing you things that are really fun to get out of Sale-a-bration. So, and then starting on Tuesday, I can start showing you the insides of these catalogs, which is fun, okay? If you need a Sale-a-bration catalog and a mini catalog, and you don't have a demonstrator already that you think sent you one, I would be happy to get these into your hands. Just PM me, let me know, and I'd be happy to help you. Okay? All right, let's get right to today's project. Today, we're going to be using a Sale-a-bration set called Friendly Seagulls. They're so cute, so sweet, and lots of fun. You get little fishies, some oh my gosh, seashells, some sand, some little seagulls in the air, some cute sentiments. And if I thought it was cute that they used the word French fries and chips, because you know, over in England and France and all that, they say chips instead of French fries. So we are now a global company, so they had to include both. So I thought that was really cute. Friendly Seagulls. And then I'm also using the Country Woods paper. This is actually one of my favorite designer series papers from the annual catalog this year. It's part of the Birdhouse Suite, but these are just beautiful beachy looking wood. I really think they have a like that worn beach wood feel to it. Lots of pretty colors, misty moonlight, pool party, early espresso is in here. We have some pecan pie, lots of fun wood grain designer series paper. It's called Country Woods, and it is actually available right now in here, I'll flip this one over so you can see it too, right? So awesome kind of distressed wood paper for us to use. So I'm using some of the brighter ones today. This is the card that we will be making. Right here. Isn't that cute? I love the colors. I love how this turned out. You've got your sweet little seagulls. You've got one with the French fries in their mouth, right? And the sentiment says, I love you more than French fries. How cute is that? I love this card. This would be good for anybody, male, female, somebody that you love a lot, a sister, a granddaughter, grandson, lots of uses for this because it's not for a specific celebration or sentiment. You're just letting them know that you love them a lot. So I love this. This would even be a cute little Valentine's card, wouldn't it? Okay, so let me get started here. I'm also using some linen thread on there. I am using the Riverside iridescent dots from the Otter collection. I think they will all kind of go together. So I'll be using these dots. They're called iridescent Riverside, Riverside Irregular pearls, but they do have some iridescence to them. You can kind of see that. So how fun. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. I am starting with a piece of pool party cardstock that I cut 5.5 by 8.5 and scored down the middle at 4 1/4. I'm gonna grab my bone folder here and get a really good fold on that score line. There we go. And I have 2 pieces of petal pink cardstock, and they are both cut 4 by 5 1/4. Just double checking my measurements there. 4 by 5 1/4. So we're not going to adhere this yet. We're going to put this right here. I'm going to take this piece of that Country Woods paper, and I liked it because it has a little bit of that petal pink kind of stained wood right there. And we're going to go ahead and adhere this to the front of my card base right here. this petal pink. I said card base, the petal pink panel. There we go. Now we're not going to do anything with that quite yet. I'm also going to, let me put these other pieces aside for a second. I have a piece of early espresso, and this one is cut 4 by 2 3/4. And I have a piece of basic white cut 4 by 2 5/8. So there's a very little bit of trim there along the edge. Okay, so this is so fun. I think you guys are going to love this. I'm going to take my blending brush that I use for my browns and my crumb cake. And I've seen a lot of people talk about labeling these. I don't think you need to. When mine start to look kind of gross, I just put them in a bowl with some Dawn dishwashing liquid and let them soak for a minute, and the ink comes out. I don't do that unless they look really, really bad. So I'm inking up my blending brush here. If you guys don't have blending brushes, they are really fun. I've been using them a lot. And the good thing to do is to start off the edge of your paper and start swirling towards where you want it. Now this is going to be our sand that is at the bottom here of our little seagull background right here. You get a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to grab my blue and I'm going to use Pool Party ink. Oh, absolutely. You can always case my projects. I was telling my granddaughter, Lucy, she was mad because Lincoln was copying her. And I said, they say the greatest form of flattery is being copied. So that kind of shut him down. He didn't want to be flattering to his sister. So the top half of this, I am inking with Pool Party ink to look like sky. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be my seaside panel right there. Now I'm grabbing two things from the stamp set. I have these little pebbles, supposed to look like sand, and I have my seashells. So I'm going to go in with my crumb cake ink, and I'm going to start with some little pebbles, and I'm just going to scatter them on here in the background. Right like that. And then I'm going to grab my seashells, and I'm just going to add some seashells kind of intermixed in the sand there with the pebbles. Okay, and that's it for that panel. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. Oh, good, Debbie. I think they're pretty cute too. There was a lot of things in Celebration. They did a great job with Celebration this year, I feel like. And they always do come out usually sometime in February with some other Celebration things. But you guys, things are going to sell out this time. I know they are. It always makes people mad. So I always say if there's something you really, really want from Celebration, they say it's supply while supplies last, but it doesn't really resonate until there's something you want and you can't get it, right? So that makes it hard sometimes. But if there's something you really want, so my white paper is just a tad too long. I'm going to cut an edge off right there. Something you really want, don't wait, okay? Get it while you can. Okay, so I'm going to attach this flat right to the front of this card, okay? So the price went up for Celebration this year, as the whole world's prices have gone up, right? But in Stampin' Up's defense, and we all hate when prices rise. I'm going to adhere that right there to the card front, about 3/4 of an inch from that top edge. Okay, now back to the price increase. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 16 years, and the price for Sale-a-bration was $50 all of those years until this year. And that's a pretty long time to go without raising a price on something, right? I can't think of anything in this world that hasn't had a price increase in 16 years, right? So kudos. So I'm taking 2 strands of linen thread here. And let's make sure I got them long enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should have cut maybe a little bit more longer, but I think I can deal with it. Okay, so my rule of thumb is always 4 and a little bit more. So I'm taking 2 strands of linen thread and I'm tying it around the whole thing, but I'm gonna make my bow right here on the left side at the very bottom of my C side panel there, right there. Okay, let me pull these a little bit longer here. I want my loops not to be quite that long, so I'm going to pull them in a little bit. There we go. I don't mind if they're not right on top of each other because it's beachy. It's supposed to look a little beachy, right? There we go. So now that I have all of that on there, right like that, I can adhere this to the front of my card base, right like that, with some dimensionals. So let me grab those. They're right here in front of me. Haven't gotten any comments yet from people on YouTube. So I am now streaming to both YouTube and Facebook Live at the same time. And I just got that figured out yesterday. So it was fun to see some of my YouTubers commenting while I was there. I have quite a few customers that are not on Facebook at all. They only watch me on YouTube. So I think it'll be fun now that they can watch me live like everybody else does, right? I always think live is best, but I do appreciate all my replays that I get. I'm putting an ample amount of dimensionals on the back because I do not want this to sag at all. There we go. And I'm going to adhere this right to the front of my card base, right like that. Awesome. Okay. There we go. We're going to push that aside for a moment. I'm going to grab a piece of my basic white. It's just a scrap, and you can use as many scraps as you need to with this. And now I'm going to start stamping my seagulls and my French fries in Memento black ink. And then there she is. Yay! Jan found it. Sue's on there. Good. You switched on me, Sue. But thank you for checking that out for me. I like knowing that it works. So there's one of my seagulls. Here's my other. The one with the French fries in her mouth. I don't know why I say her. Might be a he. I don't know how anybody can tell with birds other than their coloring, right? Okay, here's another one. So I'm using all 3 seagulls that are in this set. And then the other thing I'm going to stamp is my French fry package right here. There we go. Okay, I can put my Memento black away for just a moment. Now we're going to do some coloring. So I'm going to show you how I colored these, and then I'm going to show you a trick that I feel like helps when you're having to fussy cut and maybe you don't like that white edge around it, right? So what I'm using on my birds and my French fry package are all these colors right here. And I'm not doing a lot of blending. I'll show you what I do in just a second, but I'm using dark crumb cake, dark pool party. This is a color lifter. This is some dark daffodil delight. And then this is a light smoky slate. Okay, so I am going. Oh, nice. Good job. Patience, thanks for coming. You're not too late. I'm still creating our card here, Melissa, so we're all good. All right, so I'm taking my light smoky slate and I'm coloring this little stripe on my seagull's body. Now, seagulls at the beach are they have to be there, right? That's kind of where they live, seagulls. But they can be kind of annoying. They steal your food, right? They scare kids. All of these things. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. On this one, I'm going to put a little bit on the top of his head right here. I'm going to do these stripes. So I remember when I took my grandkids to the beach, they were kind of scared of the seagulls for sure. Okay, I'm just adding a little shading right here. And no, I don't like the way that looks right now, but just wait. I'm going to show you a little trick here. Okay, a little bit on its head, a little bit right here. I'm going to do that stripe on. I'm going to do the ends, kind of the very ends of that wing. I'm going to kind of scatter it around right like that. Okay, now the beaks are going to be Daffodil Delight and also their feet. And the french fries on this dude. And the feet right there. Then over here, I want to do all these french fries in Daffodil Delight. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab my color lifter, and a color lifter kind of pushes ink around. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so maybe you can see a little bit closer my color. There we go. Just remind me to zoom out as we get close. Now I'm taking my color lifter and I'm using the fine tip end here, right there. I went off camera. And I'm just kind of blending that smoky slate just a little bit to soften it up, soften those edges, make them look. And can you see the difference here? I really like to use a color lifter for this reason. I just think it gives a softer edge. When you don't want to do the light and the dark, maybe you just want to do the light. I feel like, and it takes a second for it to really show, but I feel like it helps a lot with what happened there, but we can fill that in. There we go. There we go. So it just softens up those edges just a little bit, right like that. All right, let me finish my french fry package. So I'm going to go back in with my pool party on my little hamburger package here, the french fries. And there we go. I'm excited because I am going to the beach. I'm going to Florida. If Roz comes on, she's from Florida. Laura Kemp is from Florida. Jim and I are going to Miramar Beach in February. Just a little getaway. A little surprise he gave me for our anniversary. Okay, so here's our birds, right? So, yay! Okay, so here we go. Now, what I'm going to do is something you may not have seen me do before, but I really like the effect of it, especially on this card. I'm going to take each one of these seagulls and I'm going to outline them in Pool Party. That way, when I fussy cut them, you won't see the stark white edges around the outside against the blue sky. It'll help it just kind of blend into the blue sky a little bit. I learned this trick a long time ago when I first started watching videos on blends, when the Copic, I don't know how they say it, Copic markers, the first alcohol blend markers came out. One of the ladies who was teaching classes on it taught to do this, and I really like it. It helps the image pop, and you know, you use these tips and then you forget about them, and then you're like, oh, that would be a great time to outline. Okay, so there we go. So I'm outlining all my birds. Now, the reason I'm not outlining my French fry package is that it is not going on the front of my card. It's going on the inside. So it's going to go on white, so it doesn't need to be outlined in blue. Okay, so that's what I did for my birds. Okay, now I fussy cut them out, right? And I am not going to make you watch me fussy cut these birds all out, but funny story, I had a class here in Midland when my ladies were just new, just getting started, and my friend Carolyn, we were cutting out some birds, and she got a little heavy with the cutting, and she cut the poor bird's legs off. And she's like, my poor bird doesn't have any legs. And we've laughed and laughed about that and teased her about it. And so anytime we're fussy cutting, the group of ladies that comes to my house, they always go, don't cut the feet off, even if it's not a bird. Meaning, be careful about your fussy cutting, right? So I would just keep going here. And you see, because I have that blue around it, I'm not having to get as close as you might need to feel like you need to get if you're just fussy cutting. Okay, so I've already cut these out over here. I have them in my little stash right here. And you can see how cute these are and how that blue just helps them pop. So now when I put these sweet little seagulls on my grid paper is curling, and it keeps getting caught on my hand. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit here. There we go. And I'm going to start putting regular dimensionals on the back of these seagulls. And I'm not going to worry about the feet. The feet are just going to kind of hang. Too hard to get a tiny little piece right there, right? Now, some of you, that may bother you. But if it were me giving this card to somebody, I would just be fine with the little feet just kind of dangling there, right? Okay, and then this one here, this one's like screaming, share your French fries. And this one's like, hey, what you got over there? And then the last one is like munching on those fries, which seagulls do. They swoop down. If you're trying to eat food in your beach chair, they swoop down. And you know what? When we were in Mexico on the incentive trip last year, guess what else does that? The iguanas. Oh my gosh. They would come and try to snatch food from your, and they're a little scarier looking. Now, I am not a huge bird fan as far as birds in the wild. Mainly because I saw that silly movie Birds when I was little, and I've never recovered from it. Why my mom let me watch that movie, I don't know, but I really never recovered from it. Thank you for subscribing, Jeanne. Hi, Brenda. Thanks for coming. Here we go. I think I've missed some comments, so no. So do you see how that outlining that in blue just helps them blend into the background a little bit? I hope you guys can see that and you like it. Okay, so the only thing else I need to do on the front of this is that I have those Riverside Irregular pearls, and I'm just going to scatter these on to kind of look like pearls or river rock or ocean rock. on my C seam here. There we go, right there. Cute. I have a sentiment, and for the sentiment strip, I've cut a 1/2 inch strip of crumb cake, and this is going to be way longer than it needs to be, okay? So I'm going to grab my sentiment that says, I love you more than. I still have my French fries right here. I better remove those so I don't lose them. Not that I ever do that, right? Okay, so I'm going to move my French fries right there. I love you more than. Right, that right there. And I always purposely cut my strips longer than I need. It's always so hard to try to fit them into a space that is exact. So this way I can just cut those ends off, and I am going to add some dimensionals to the back side of this. Thank you. So whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook, I would love it if you would follow my page, like my page, and follow my page on Facebook, and subscribe to me on YouTube. That way, no matter what platform you're on, you will get notifications, hopefully, when I go live, and you will know when I'm here. So this is going to go right here at the bottom of that banner right there. So cute, right? Now let's do a little something to the inside. Thank you, Chelsea. Chelsea Schrage Truca, I knew her as Kelsey Schrage for most of her life, is the most encouraging person I've ever met in my life. Always positive and sweet. I love that about you, Chelsea. Okay, so I'm going to put this on oh my gosh, pink. What pink is it? Suddenly, do you know how you have a brain fart? It's coming. I just said it a minute ago. Petal pink. Oh my gosh, petal pink. Okay, so I'm going to put this white on the petal pink, but before I do that, sheesh, I am going to add this strip from that Country Woods paper right here on the side, right like that. So be thinking about getting these seagulls. They're going to be a huge item that people want. I just know it. There are a lot of great items in Sale-a-bration. I think the fruit salad's going to be great. I think that heart-shaped bundle is going to be great. And so think about those. Everything I've showed you so far are going to be, I just realized I did something I wish I hadn't done. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my silicone mat here. And although I've already put the adhesive on the back, the cool thing about the silicone mat is that it allows me to lay it down and be able to stamp before I put it on the inside of my card. I would rather do that before. Let me stamp this off and make sure it's not too blotchy. It looks okay. I adhere it because if I make a mistake, then I can't fix it. French fries. I love you more than French fries. And then I'm going to add some glue to my French fries here, a little Seal Plus, and they're going to pop up right there. I didn't pop them up. I put it flat. So now, see, because I put that on the silicone mat, I can just peel that right off. It's still sticky, and I can add this right to the inside. There we go, of that mat. And now I can adhere this. Oh my goodness, I'm pushing too hard. If you do that with your Seal Plus, you're pushing too hard. And because I was in a hurry, I was pushing too hard. So have a light touch, light touch. There we go. And then this will go on the inside right here. So cute. Do you like the colors of this? I definitely do. So, so pretty. And there's our card for today, our Friendly Seagulls. Again, this is a celebration set. Chelsea put the item number up in the description and also the item number for the Country Woods paper and the Riverside pearls, irregular pearls. So I hope you guys love this as much as I do. Let me come back on. I will be back here tomorrow afternoon on Sunday for day number 5. I will be here probably around 4 o'clock in the afternoon to share another super cute project with you from Sale-a-bration, mini catalog, all the stuff. So I will see you at 4 tomorrow. But be sure to look on my Facebook page for the exact time, okay? Also, all the loves, likes, and shares you can give me are always appreciated. And if you can follow me on my Facebook page or on my YouTube page, I would really love it. That would mean a lot to me. So I'm humbled that you're here, and always humbled that you take your time to watch me do what I love, which is create wonderful creations to give to others to bring them joy. So God bless everybody, and I will see you back tomorrow for day 5. Bye-bye.